My story begins on Father's Day in the year 2000. Marriage classes my wife and I attended in 1990. The minister led us to Christ. And started a company and actually became very successful. By 1997, we had one of the largest companies of its type in the state of Maryland. But I always knew God had a call on my life, and it was not what I was doing. At the end of the day, I was still very empty. Everything started to fall apart, and my American dream really started to become an American nightmare. And so on Father's Day in 2000, God came off of his throne, and he came down, and he chose me. I'm just excited to tell you about what's going on and all the success stories that we have had since we started the Dream Center. And I want to tell you about a gentleman named Mike. And Mike was homeless about 7 years ago. He happened to wander into our church building, and I had the opportunity to sit and minister him for a few minutes. And I prayed that he would put the bottle down and that he would turn his life over to God, and that he would be able to do that if he surrendered everything to God. And Mike told me he couldn't make any promises to me, but later on he would tell me that that was the last drop of alcohol that he would have earlier that day. Mike's life has just been completely transformed, and if I would fast forward 7 years, Mike runs a Dream Center.
Hi, my name is Mike. I was getting high, I was drinking, I was just doing everything of the world that you could imagine. Became homeless at 17, and I stayed out on the streets behind a giant. And there was a program called the Nehemiah House, and I went into the Nehemiah House, and they would talk to me about Christ and different things like that, and I didn't want nothing to do with it. They were worshiping, and they were praising God, and as the worship music was playing, God just touched my heart. I had times where I would go to church one week and everything would be good and everything would be going great, and then I'd have a week where I wouldn't go to church and I'd go get a 40 or drink something, and my car would break down. So here comes the second part of the story. So my car broke down in front of Pastor Keith's church. He said, "But God's telling me to give you money, but I want you to come and have a meeting with me." And so I sat and had a meeting with him, and he said, I want you to promise me that you're never going to drink again. And I said, I'm not going to promise you or anybody else anything I don't think I can keep. But from that day, I think I've had one beer, and that's been 7 years.
Josh was in prison for a long period of time for some bad choices that he made, and he got connected with a gang inside prison. We told Josh that God had a plan for his life. We told him that the plans that God had for him were not to harm him, but to give him hope in a future.
My name is Joshua Pruitt. I've been a gang member since the age of 13. At one point in time in my life, I was just so down and out because of the way I was living and what I was doing, and I was addicted to pills so bad, I hung myself. And I died 10 times. For some reason, some way, Lord brought me back, and I'm here for a reason. I've changed over the last month. Just being part of these people and having these people have a part of my life has changed the way I think about the gang and the street life and my addiction. I can tell you what we do out here, but you wouldn't feel it until you come out here and see it for yourself and be part of our family out here.
I was homeless when I first came to Maryland. The Dream Center, the Agape House, has really benefited my life, has showed me what's important. What's important is knowing Jesus.
Hello, my name is Franklin Chestnut. Dream Center, wow. Good name for this place. During the days I come here, when I come here, I try to be an inspiration amongst other folks also. Pastor Keith is a person that, a pastor for the time, okay? A pastor that shows love, understanding, caring. He also shows that love that is needed. A lot of folks that's out there feeling that there's no hope. There is hope.
God has given me a chance to be a human being again and to raise above all my afflictions. And to that, I give thanks to Jesus Christ.
There's a lot of love to be given here. Without the Dream Center being in my life, I don't believe I could have stayed drug-free.
Someday, I'll be in a good place where I can, live on my own again and be with my family. And but your journey never ends.
The Dream Center is located at the corner of Bond Street and Main Street, right at the entrance gate for the town of Bel Air. We serve breakfast and lunch. Lunch starts about 12 o'clock. Breakfast, we have continental breakfast that's out throughout the day with some coffee. And there's lots of opportunities for you to come in and serve. And so I encourage you to come and be part of what God's doing at the Dream Center. It not only will change the lives of people who are in such need, but it will change your life forever. When Jesus said, it's better to give than it is to receive, what a true statement of how fulfilled you could be and how connected you could be to God by serving the people that He came down to serve.
I found hope at the Dream Center.
Hi, my name's Kevin. I found hope at the Dream Center.
I found hope at the Dream Center.
I found hope in the Dream Center.
I found hope at the Dream Center.
I found hope at the Dream Center.
Hi, my name's Dale, and I found a lot of hope at the Dream Center.